take time, come down to the ground, arrive when you're ready. You can sit cross-legged, or if kneeling is more comfortable, then feel free. And just arrive here. As you do, straight away, tap into the breath. Using that breath just to sort of filter through the body, allowing you or telling you where perhaps you need to relax a little and soften. Giving yourself thanks for allowing yourself this time this morning. So the first challenge of rolling out the mat and being here is done. So you've ticked that box. And close down the eyes if you haven't already. And start to deepen that breath. On the inhales, just allowing a little bit more length through the spine. Just tucking that chin slightly. Exhaling, softening through the face, the shoulders, the hands. Just allowing that breath to gently expand the body. And if all you did today was roll out your mat and sit here for a couple of moments observing the breath, then that's a beautiful practice in itself. But we're not going to end it there today. So take another couple of breaths in. Using that exhale again, just to root down through the sit bones. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keeping your eyes closed, just release the hands from your knees. Breathing in, reach the arms all the way up above you. Breathing out, bring your hands all the way back down by your side. So allow the arm movement to move with the breath. So if your arms don't come all the way up on that inhale, that's fine. Just take the arms as far as that breath goes. Allowing the fingertips to maybe touch the floor. Few more here. Keeping that length through the spine. Maybe the next inhale, you can start to open the eyes, looking up towards the ceiling, towards the hands. Exhale, dropping the chin down towards the chest. Keep that going. Two more. Last one. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee, the right hand behind you, and take a gentle twist to the side. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, tuck the chin slightly so you're getting a nice stretch in down the length of the spine. Find some softness and anchor here through the hips, through this left hand. Keep the left hand where it is, send the right hand out towards the right. Really reach with this right hand like you're receiving something. And then take it all the way up and over. Take a breath here, using this left hand just to root, so you've got this opposition going on. You can have some movement in the head. There's no right or wrong with the placement of the head here. Just find a position that works for you. And then exhale, right hand down to the left knee, round through the spine. Pulling the navel back. Think cat pose here. Take another breath. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And this time, right hand to left knee, left arm behind you. Roll the shoulder back. Get a little bit of movement in here. So remember, it's your practice. So if there feels like you need to move, moving with the breath, and feel free. Keep that right hand rooted on that left knee. Left hand reaches out to the left side, and then up and over. Breathing deep. Relax through this right shoulder. Exhale. Left hand down to the right knee, rounding through the spine, chin to chest, navel draws back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace the hands, open up through the chest, maybe looking up. Exhale, just folding forwards, resting the hands on the lower back. So we're not lifting here unless you want to. You feel free if you want to lift through here. But maybe just resting those hands, dropping the chin in towards the chest. Release the hands, sweep them forward as you do. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down by its side. From here, we're just going to come over onto hands and knees. Then bring the big toes to touch. The knees wide, sink the hips back, reach the hands forward. And then lower the forehead down to the ground. Just taking 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. Walking the knees underneath the hips. Walk the hands forward. Bring the elbows down to the ground. Melting the heart down towards the earth. Forehead gently kisses the earth. And then bring your hands together in prayer, in namaste. Just reaching the arms back or the hands back towards your upper back here. And again, just melting your heart down towards the ground. Each exhale, just imagine your chest is sinking a little bit lower. Take another breath. Exhale. Bring the hands back down, making your way up to all fours into our tabletop position. And then we're just going to take some circles here with the body, with the waist. So we're going left and right, so a bit like a barrel roll. So instead of Doing our cat and cow, forward and back. From here, we're moving the tummy to the left, up, over to the right and down. So we're just taking some movement in here. So think about the torso, your chest, getting a bit of space. You can bend into the elbows. You can take this circle as far as you want to. This barrel roll. You can really draw that tummy in as you go up and release as you go over, and then take it the other way. So this is really good for the digestive system. Getting a little bit of a roll here. Take one more breath. And then coming back to a neutral spine. Inhale, looking forward into our cow pose. Tuck the toes under. Walk the hands forward slightly, tucking the chin, lift the hips, coming into our first down dog. And again, just take a moment to pedal here. You can drop the knees across towards the other side of the mat, so you're really starting to get some stretch into either side. And then arrive in down dog. Always remembering that you can bend your knees. So the aim isn't to get the heels to the ground. The aim is to feel that length through both sides of the body, reaching up through the hips. You can have the knees bent. Your heels can be really far away from the floor. Relax through the head. One more breath here. Exhale, soften, lower the knees back down to the floor. Inhale into cow pose. Exhale, moving all the way back into child's. Reaching those hips back. Again, just take a gentle sway here, side to side, keeping those hands forward. And then lifting up through the head, gaze forward, slide your hands forward, coming up and then lowering the hips all the way down to the ground. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, come onto the top of the feet. Inhale, baby cobra. A little bit of movement here, roll these shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pushing up. Curl the toes under, and exhale, arrive back in our down dog. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bending the knees, looking forwards, stepping forwards, coming into a forward fold. So we're just going to move through our sort of half sun salutation or half lift. So we're going to come up, inhale, halfway lift, maybe hands on the shins or softly on the knees, gazing forward slightly. Notice if you lean back and towards your heels, so come forward just a little bit. Exhale, soften. As you do, bring your hands round towards the back of the leg. So it might be that you're here, depending on how far down you can reach your hands, and then you use your hands to just gently guide you, your upper body, towards your legs a little bit more. Inhale, half lift, maybe the hands stay where they are. You come into this flat back position. Exhale, drawing yourself back in towards your legs. We're going to do 3 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Forward and back. Try and find that center. You can soften through the knees. Take one more breath here. Release your hands. And we're going to slowly roll up for 3, 2, 1. Roll the shoulders back, coming into our mountain pose. Take a breath. Rooted. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, drop the right hand down by your side, left arm over. Really start to take that right hand down, almost like you're tracing a seam down your leg. As far as you can go comfortably. You can stay here, you can always release that right hand and bring it up to meet the left. Your choice. Coming all the way back up. Reach the right hand up, left hand comes down. The left leg tracing the seam, reaching through that right hand. And again, feel free to bring the left hand up to meet. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, break free. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Folding back down. Planting the hands, stepping back into our down dog. Take a breath here. Take another. Inhale into our plank pose. And holding here. Gazing forward slightly. Push away with the hands. Pushing the chest towards the back. Take one more breath. Feel free to lower the knees if you need to. Chaturanga, all the way down to the belly. Or feel free, if you're ready, you can take an upward facing dog. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, moving back down. Inhale, pushing up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Navel draws in. Sink that in and up. Lila Bandha. One more breath here. Releasing through the knees, looking forwards, stepping forwards. Forward fold. Halfway lift. On that exhale again, wrapping your hands round, drawing yourself a little closer. Inhale, rolling up for 3, 2, 1. And then taking your hands all the way up above the head. Exhale, sink the hips down, bending into the knees, taking Utkatasana, our chair pose. Relax through the shoulders. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Taking another breath here, maybe sinking those hips down a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath. On your next exhale, folding down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Planting the hands, stepping the feet back into our plank pose. Taking another breath, building strength. Feel free to lower those knees. And then chaturanga into up dog or cobra. Then we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Using that breath to really arrive in this pose. Shake off the head. Anchor down through that left foot Inhale, reaching the right leg up. Take a breath here. Right toes facing down. Three-legged dog. And then stepping the right foot up in between the hands. Pivot this back foot so the heel comes down. Toes shining off the mat or towards the edge of the mat slightly. Inhale, coming up, warrior one. Bend into that front knee. Open up through the chest. You can start to draw these arms back slightly. Feel free, don't feel like everything has to be together. You can take some space here with the arms. Breathing in. Inhale. Exhale, cactus those arms. Lean back slightly. Strong in these legs. Breathing deep. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, send the hands behind you. Palms reaching away. So we're just hovering here, we're not coming too low. Just reaching those hands back. Strong in the legs. Relax through the shoulders. You can wiggle the fingertips. And then drop the hands down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come back to the floor. Step the right foot back. Downward dog. Rolling forward onto the toes into plank. And moving through your vinyasa. Marrying the movement with the breath. When you arrive in dog pose, sending that left leg up straight away. Inhale. Toes facing down. Take a breath here. Maybe this right heel can come to the ground. Maybe not. Be kind. And then step this left foot up in between the hands. Pivot this right foot out, heel coming down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Warrior one. And again, just arrive if you need to adjust. Remembering one side isn't necessarily the same as the other, so you might need to position the feet differently. Take another breath here. Maybe bring those arms back a little bit more, opening up through the chest. Inhale, looking up, cactus the arms. Take a breath here, strong in the legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, send the hands back behind you, strong arms. Gazing forwards, legs are rooted. Taking a breath. Dropping the hands down towards the floor, leaning forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Step the left foot back, coming into plank pose. And then moving through your vinyasa. Where we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Take a breath. You can shake off the head. You can shake off the hips. Soften through the knees. Looking forward, stepping forward. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Draw your body towards the legs. And then soften through the knees here. Start to send the hips down. Reach the hands forward. Navel draws back. Utkatasana. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just pause here. Take a breath. Release the hands down. Inhale, take the arms up. Right hand drops down by the side. And again, just allow that right hand to trace down the right side of the leg. As you're bumping the hips to the left, maybe reach the right hand up. Release. Inhale. Left hand down, exhale. Inhale, create that length as we fold over towards the left. Maybe left hand comes up to meet the right. Full breath. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift. Folding back down. Drawing yourself a little closer towards the legs, bending the knees, send the hands all the way forward, sink those hips down, Utkatasana. Remembering, maybe you need to tuck that tailbone under slightly so you can have play here with this pelvic tilt. Anchoring down through the feet, find the breath. One more, inhale, maybe sink the hips a little lower. Exhale, folding forward. Softening through the knees, planting the hands, stepping back into our dog pose. Rolling forward onto the toes into plank. And moving through your vinyasa. Maybe elbows drawing in, maybe you hover in chaturanga. And then take upward facing dog or cobra. Coming back to down dog. Full breath. Inhale. Take the right leg up behind you. Exhale, right foot stepping in between the hands. Pivot the back foot, warrior one. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right here. Take a breath. Soften through the shoulders. Inhale, maybe looking up. Exhale, cactus the arms. If this is too much, keep the gaze forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, send the hands behind you, leaning forward slightly. Roll those shoulders back, opening up through the chest. One long line through the crown of the head, down to the hips, taking it all the way down to the heel. And then from here, you're going to transition. So this left foot, you're going to come onto the toes. So you're like in a high lunge now. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift your hips. You can come onto the toes or stay on the toes of that back foot. You can lift the toes of that front foot. And then exhale, folding over this right leg. Taking a breath. Inhale. As you exhale, soften into this right leg. So you're now in this runner's lunge. Walk your hands forward, lifting that left leg, standing splits. Take a breath. You can wiggle that left foot. Lifting as high as you can. Inhale. Exhale, draw this left knee towards the inside of the right knee, rounding through. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale to round. This time, inhale, lengthen. Bring your right hand down to the floor. You can keep your gaze down. Start to turn your left toes out as we come into our half moon. So your choice here. You don't have to take this full stretch here. You can keep the gaze down. You can bring your hand to your hip. One more breath. Exhale, release left hand down. Draw that left knee in again, bending into both knees. And then send the left foot back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, arrive here. Take a breath, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Right foot comes back, down dog. Rolling on to the toes into plank. Lowering down, chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your choice, up dog or cobra. Coming back into our downward dog. Take a breath here. Breathing deep. Taking a moment to give yourself thanks for your body and how it's moving today. Anchor down through that right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Bringing the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, pivot that back foot. Heel comes down, coming into our warrior one on this side. Take a moment to arrive, to adjust. Full breath. Inhale here. Inhale to reach. Exhale, lean back, maybe gazing up. Cactus those arms, take a breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, send the hands behind you. Coming into our warrior one with airplane arms. Take a breath here. Strong through the legs, through the arms. One more breath here. Pivot that back foot, coming into our lunge here. Take a breath. Bring the hands down to the floor. You're going to lift up through the hips as you do, lifting the toes of that left foot, coming into our pyramid variation. So the heel is rooted of this front leg, the toes of the back, and then you start to fold over this left leg. Take a breath, you can have a soft bend. I encourage you to have a soft bend in that front leg. Bringing the left toes to the ground briefly. And then bend into that front knee. Runner's lunge. From here, we're going to walk the hands forward. Lift that right leg, coming into our standing splits. Take a moment just to fold down towards this left leg. Don't feel that this has to be dead straight and everything is really firm, but find your base, that foundation here. And then we're going to exhale, draw this right knee in towards the inside of the left, curling into a ball. Inhale, extend, maybe looking forwards. Exhale, round. Inhale, looking forwards. Feel free if you've got blocks, you can use the blocks. Exhale, round. Blocks help to just lift the floor up towards you a little bit more. Taking a few rounds here, moving with the breath. Last one, inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Bring the left hand just in front of the left foot, rooting down. Turn the right toes out, coming into our half moon. Balance. Take a breath. If you fall, like I just did, then just come back. Find that foundation, find that drishti. Take one more breath here. Inhale, keep the gaze down. Exhale, release. Hand comes down to the floor. Draw that right knee in towards the chest. And then step it back. Coming back to this runner's lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, arrive. And then release the hands down. Step the left foot back. Downward dog. Take a moment. Pedal those feet. Stretch into the legs. Coming forward into plank. Feel free to lower the knees if you need to. Drawing those elbows in, inner creases facing forward. Chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And then move up dog or cobra. Exhale. Lower the knees to the floor. Take the knees wide. Big toes to touch. And arrive in this restful pose. Take a moment to breathe here. You can soften through these hands. Place one hand on top of the other. Just allowing the breath to slow. Breathing fully. As always, take full advantage of these poses. Sometimes in the evening, this is the only pose I'll do. I don't even roll my mat out. Sometimes I'll just come down onto the ground. Take a wide child's. Just focus on the breath. Nice way to calm the nervous system, to relax and restore. Inhale, slowly lifting up. Bring your hands to the ground, walk the knees back in under. Inhale into our cow pose. Exhale, rounding into cat. 2 more. Inhale, coming back to table. Walk the hands forward just a little bit, bringing yourself over your hands, then curl the toes under and coming into our plank pose. Take a full breath here, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. We're going to come to the long side of your mat. So I'm going to step my right foot forward just so I can then pivot to face you. So feel free, whichever foot you need to take forwards, just so you can use the wide side of your mat or the long side. And then come into a forward fold. Feet can be parallel, you can turn the toes in slightly. And I invite you to, again, grab hold of those ankles or calves and allow your arms to just gently, with each exhale, drawing a little closer. Feel free to bend into these knees. Allowing the strength to draw you in. Taking a full breath here. Keep the left hand where it is. And walk the right hand over to the outside of that left ankle. The left hand now comes on top, and you can stay here. Use the hands to anchor you down. Think nose towards left knee. Again, you don't have to come anywhere near. And maybe you take the left arm up. Coming into this fold, this stretch, this extension. Exhale, release left hand on top of that right one again. And then come back to this forward fold. Right hand reaches back to the right ankle. Take a breath here. Have a little bit of a roll, shimmy with those shoulders. And then walk the left hand over onto the ankle. Right hand comes on top of the left, drawing yourself towards your right leg. And you can stay here, or perhaps peeling that right arm up, maybe gazing up towards the right hand. On your next exhale, coming back down. Walking your hands back to center, releasing the hands. Full breath here. Inhale, coming up onto your fingertips. And you're going to heel toe your feet in, just so they're just a little bit wider than hip distance. So not too narrow, but not too wide. Turn the toes out, the heels in, and then just sink your hips down. We're just going to come into a squat briefly. So taking quite a wide squat here. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands down. Inhale, lifting the hips. Keep the feet where they are. Bring your hands to your hips. Soften into your knees. Inhale, roll all the way up. Just take a moment to shimmy. Just rocking off through the legs. And finding this placement in the feet. So the feet staying where they are. You can wiggle the toes. So sometimes we tend to sort of grip and anchor, and everything's really sort of quite tense. So just wiggle those toes. Soften through the knees a little bit. And then you may have guessed it, we're going to inhale, take the arms up. As we draw the hands together down towards the heart, taking our goddess pose. Now I do tend to sort of sway left to right when I arrive here, just because I like to get the hips in the right position. And sometimes just needs a little bit of adjustment, but also feel free just to sway side to side. And arrive back in that center. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe you can sink those hips down a little bit further. Be comfortable. Release the hands to the knees. Open up through your chest. Exhale, drop your right shoulder in, looking over your left. Inhale back to center, legs stay where they are. Left shoulder in, looking over the right. Inhale back to center. One more each side. Right shoulder in, looking over the left. Back to center. Left shoulder in, looking over the right. Back to center. Holding here. Come up onto the toes of one foot. Release the other foot. Release. Maybe both feet. Roll the shoulders back onto the toes. Feel that little burn in the legs. Exhale, release the feet down. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Take the arms all the way up again. Just shaking the hips. Turn the feet or the toes so they're facing forwards. Bring your hands down to your hips. And we're just going to take some circles here. So just taking some hip circles. And again, feel free, you can really sort of lean back and forward. Moving from side to side, really pushing back allows the stretch all the way down the legs. Reverse the circle, take it the other way. And then coming back to center. Shake off those legs. So shake off the arms. You can really, really shake. Release. Lovely. Okay, coming back to a little bit of a balance here. So feet underneath the hips. You can bring your right hand to your hip if you wish. Lean to the right slightly and then just lift this left leg out to the side. So really working into this hip. Exhale, left foot comes down, switch to the left side, lifting the right. Exhale down, switch. So you can balance, move from side to side, working into these hips, but really starting to build a little bit of strength. So we can really work on that flexibility. But if we just did the stretches and the flexibility, then actually that's not very good for us. We need a little bit of balance there with the strength. So just switch. And then we're going to come into it slightly differently. So you're going to bring your hand out as well. So just sort of think half star. And then the next time your left leg and left arm is lifted, hold, and then really pull this leg in. Okay, pull it in towards the chest, send it out again, pull it in, send it out again, pull it in, one more, and hug this knee in. Maybe you can bring both hands around the outside of this shin, lifting up, one-legged Tadasana. Take a breath. And then gently release the hands, release this left leg, lean forward slightly. I'm just going to turn to the side, lean forward slightly. And just taking a warrior three. So no, nothing fancy, just focusing on this balance, lifting through this leg. Lots of work on our balancing today with half moon, standing splits. Exhale, release. Just pause. Shaking off the legs. And again, coming back, feet underneath the hips, lifting the right arm, right leg, left arm, left leg. This always reminds me of Dingle Dangle Scarecrow. So you can think that if you want to, you can sing the song if you know it. I won't sing it. And the next time your right arm and right leg is out, pause, Feel that strength, feel it in this right hip. And then draw elbow, knee. You can hug it if you want to, or just draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale in. Test that balance. Inhale, extend. Exhale in. 2 more. Next time with knees in, hold on to the shin. Lengthening through this left side, so don't drop everything into this left hip. Have this lift. You can still have a soft bend in that left knee. Open up. And then releasing, hands come down to your chest, send the right foot behind you, coming into your warrior 3. So again, nothing too fancy here, just focus, lifting navel towards the spine, right toes facing down, soft bend in that left knee. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, coming up onto the fingertips, onto the toes. As we exhale, sending the hips down, sending the knees wide, hands to your heart. If this is too much, feel free to come down to the ground. We'll be there in a moment. You can have your feet planted on the ground. Take a full breath in. Lifting up through the pelvic floor. Start to lift slightly through the heels. Exhale, drawing the knees back towards each other. Wrapping your arms around your knees. Staying on the toes, tucking the chin. And then releasing. Bringing your hands behind you. Making your way onto your bottom. Sending the feet out long. Coming into Dandasana. Legs rooted, flexing through the feet. Hands by your side. Roll those shoulders back. Navel draws in. Pushing the floor away from you. Maybe the heels lift slightly. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Walking your hands forward. Maybe you can reach for the feet. Maybe your calves, your shins. Maybe your hands are gently placed on your thighs. Coming into Paschimottanasana. Seated. Forward fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Bring your hand to the outside of your left thigh, left hand behind you. Just taking our twist here. Coming back through center and switch. Coming back through center, making your way onto your back, where we'll come into Shavasana straight away. Feel free, if you do need to bring your knees into your chest, then do. And then when you arrive in this restful pose, maybe your hands are on your belly, maybe they're out to the side. really be in this moment. Be at one with your body and your breath. Your amazing body that allows you to move, create shapes, love and nurture ourselves just the way we are. So take a few moments here in this gratitude for yourself and your practice. Allowing your body to become heavy and relaxed. And your breath just gently moving in and out, ebb and flow. Take a full breath in and releasing breath out. 2 more. Last one. Get some movement through the body. And then slowly rolling over onto one side. Coming back up into a seat. It still amazes me how good it feels after practice, moving and really listening to the body and the breath. Inhale, reaching the hands all the way up. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands all the way down to your heart. From me to you, namaste.